Howdy, everybody, and welcome to the first official recording of Random Rhapsody, a real play Dungeons & Dragons game that began as a group of people stuck inside during the quarantine of 2020 and has evolved to become one of the best role-playing groups I have ever had the privilege to run. My name is Matthew R. Dawson, and I am the resident dungeon master here at Random Rhapsody, presiding over both the Debauchery Circus and the Faab Five campaigns. Tonight is the first live stream of the Faab Five, a group of adventurers who have unwittingly become entangled with an evil organization known as the Cult of the Dreamer. We will be streaming the continuing adventures of the Faab Five every Monday at 7 p.m. Central on twitch.tv/randomrhapsody, and will also be uploading to YouTube 1 week later under the same name. To start things off, first allow me to introduce the players of the Faab Five. First we have J. Alexander Koines, aka Devil Fetish, as Apollyon the Golden Boi, a Minotaur barbarian. Apollyon, would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm a 7-foot-tall Minotaur barbarian with some draconic ancestry thrown in there, and I like to get dirty in and out of the ring.
I like it. Next we have Joe Trotter, aka Hellhound, as Blood from a Stone, a Tabaxi rogue. Blood from a Stone, would you like to introduce yourself?
Blood from a Stone, how are you doing? I don't know. I am a difficult contradiction of a human. Well, not a human being. I apologize. I'm an interesting character. Still haven't figured out exactly what the hell I'm going to be doing with these people. Might end up killing one or two of them. Who knows? But I'm here along for the ride.
Indeed he is. Next we have Kyle Thomas, aka Jedi Slayer, as Liam O'Shea, the human monk. Liam, would you like to introduce yourself?
Nice to meet you all. Happy to be here. Been traveling for a while on my own, ran into these motherfuckers, and, well, about 6 foot tall, long white hair, white beard, round straw brim hat with two very defined black stripes down the back of my hair. I like to play the drunken master. It's fun for me and fun for everyone else.
Indeed it is. Next we have Alyssa Egan, aka Serenity, with 1s and 3s as the vowels, as Eloise Brightcrystal, a dragonborn druid. Eloise, would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh, okay. Hi there. So yeah, Dragonborn Druid. I've been wandering a bit for a while because that's what my mentor told me to do. He was afraid that I might get just like a little bit weird if I didn't try to learn more about the world and, socialize with others other than him. I don't know. I think it would have been fine. But then I ran across these fine gentlemen, and here we are.
And here we are indeed. And last but not least, we have Jeremy Mangila, aka Cloak, as Necthros Veil, a half-drow necromancer. Necthros, would you like to introduce yourself? Necthros has been having a bit of audio trouble today, but hopefully he will be with us shortly. Anyway, picking up from where we left off, the Faab Five has been hired by the Erudite Conclave, an organization dedicated to the preservation of knowledge, to hunt down an ancient relic known as a Dreamer. Joined by the Tiefling Ranger known as Belmond Rictor, the Faab Five traveled to a druid grove known as Faeweave Hollow, believed to be the location of one of these roots. The party delved deep into the mountains of the Druid's Grove, encountering many strange and twisted creatures, which eventually led to the death of their tiefling companion. The group eventually discovered that the druids had all been wiped out by a green dragon known as Dynoth the Vineweaver, who had then proceeded to use them for her necromantic experiments. After looting the druid grove for everything not nailed down, the Faab Five collected the body of their fallen companion and followed the familiar path out of the side of the mountain. As the group began their trek out from the mountain cavern, the Faab Five discovered a group of hobgoblins scouting up the trail of the mountain with a pair of guard drakes. A vicious battle ensued with some dramatic spells thrown by either side. Eventually, the Faab Five prevailed and managed to capture the last remaining hobgoblin, with Apollyon grappling him and Veil casting a sleep spell upon the hobgoblin. Now, with the battle concluded, you all stand there on the side of the Faeweave Mountains. It's become very late in the evening at this point, and what had once been a clear night sky is starting to become overcast with clouds moving in from the south. As you look down at your sleeping captive now, Faab Five, what would you like to do?
While they are sitting there bugging with him, I'm going to head down a little further on the trail, make sure there are no more surprises coming up along us.
Okay, that's
Wait
fair.
for me!
And as Liam comes running up to you, Blood, you start heading down a little bit further along the trails of this complicated path of hills and cliff sides. Liam, as somebody with an Outlander background, you do know quite well the path you guys took up the side of the mountain. It kind of curved and sloped, and it took you about a good point of an hour to get to the point where you found the cave entrance. As you kind of look out there now, Liam, being that you're a human, can't really see much past your torchlight. You do see that on the side, as you continue on down the slope, from what you can tell so far, it does seem to be fairly clear heading down.
You know, I really kind of wish that torch wasn't lit, but...
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. So, if the people tracking us have dark vision and they can see in the dark, they could see us with or without the torch. And if the people tracking us don't have dark vision, they'll have torches as well. Either way, they can see us with or without the torch, my friend.
I know, but it's more of a comfort thing. I mean, I could stick to the shadows, you could stick to the shadows if you could see. I mean, I totally get it. Trust me, I do.
You don't have to walk next to me if you feel like being in shadows. I can walk by myself.
I suppose you're right. I guess how far down? I mean, I just want to end up going maybe a couple 100 feet just to make sure things are clear. We got an open space. I don't want to get too far away from the rest of them.
Okay. How are you traveling down?
Oh, I've got the hood up. I'm stealthing.
Okay. So go ahead and make your stealth check.
I assume I'm just walking on the path that I remember, because I'm straying from the path at night would probably be pretty dumb for me.
Did you douse the torch like you said you were going to?
No, I'm not dousing the torch.
Okay. Then Blood kind of just steps into the shadows and disappears, even from your vision, Liam. I imagine with a 28.
If he's just fucking gone. He loves his new cloak.
But you head down the trail for about 100 feet or so, both of you looking out down among the hills. Go ahead and make a perception check, both of you. Separately, because Blood, you're hiding from the shadows. Liam, you're using your torch. Not bad, both of you. For the next 60 feet within your vision, Blood, and Liam, yours is a little bit more hampered based on the light of your torch. However, you're looking out there, and other than the occasional rabbit or squirrel running across from tree to tree, neither of you are seeing a whole lot down the side of the mountain. However, with your high perception, I will also say that you are able to see at the distance, in the darkness around the mountain, 3 distinct campfires out there among the darkness of the trees.
How close to the mountain are they?
One is relatively close. You guess it's maybe around 150, maybe 200 feet away from where you guys had climbed up the mountain. The other two, 350 to 400 feet-ish. It's hard to tell at this distance. You're kind of guessing, but you're kind of holding up your hand, and you have to use both hands to kind of judge the distance between. There's one to the north of that central camp where you guys had climbed down from or climbed up the mountain, and there's one to the southwest.
How late at night would you say it is? Because it was light out before we went and faced the green dragon.
It was light out before you went and faced the green dragon, just barely. Or, sorry, actually no. It was light when you guys headed down towards the dragon's cave.
Right.
You spent about a half an hour, 45 minutes or so going down there.
Left the dragon's lair.
Yeah. When you left the dragon's lair, you spent a good couple hours at the dragon's lair itself. I think we said about 3 hours total there.
Yeah.
You explored for another hour or so, then you headed back up. So about this time, you're guessing based on where the moon currently is in the sky, which is a little bit hard to see because these clouds that I earlier described are moving in. You're saying it's midnight-ish, getting close to there maybe.
Oh, okay. I didn't think it was that late. All right.
Didn't we take a long rest?
You took a short rest.
We took a short rest after the dragon, yeah.
Or I thought it was after the bees.
After the bees, you took a long rest, and you spent most of the day there exploring the grotto, and then going down to the dragon, fighting the dragon, dealing with all that, and you spent the whole day in the mountain. It's now late in the evening.
Alright. Well, as we're going back up, I guess how wide, I mean, the map is one thing, but how wide are the trails coming up the side of this mountain?
You remember that the trail itself wasn't a difficult, dangerous climb. It was more following a path winding around the side of this mountain. It took you about an hour to get from the top to the bottom, or at least to the mouth of the cave. And most of the trails were anywhere between 10 and 20 feet wide.
All right, I want to set a couple of my bell traps, just a couple of them, while we're dealing with him, and then I'll pick up the bells when I come back down.
Okay, so you're spending the next probably 30 minutes or more?
Just a couple as we go up. So I figured they could wake him up and interrogate him, and then Liam can help me put up a couple of these traps.
Okay. So you're going to spend... How long would you say you're going to spend?
We'll just put up a few of them, so maybe 5 to 10 minutes per trap. We're not. Yeah, they're not. I mean, it's just going to be like a single bell. We're gonna, hide it amongst.
Yeah, tripwire single bell.
Maybe the couple of the shallowest spots of what we've covered. The few hundred feet we came down, a couple of the shallowest spots, the smallest passage.
Sure.
That's where we're gonna put them.
Okay. Go ahead and just make a general dexterity check for setting up your traps. While they're doing that, while Liam and Blood are setting traps and scouting, Apollyon, Eloise, and Veil, what are you three up to?
I would like to use my Produce Flame cantrip to burn the webbing that's blocking the way down.
Okay.
So as you produce flame in your hand, I look and then I look at the web and I just stop concentrating on it.
and poof, as the ball of flame erupts in your hand, a few seconds later, just the webbing dissolves into nothingness and kind of just blows away on the wind.
Wow, that was more effective than I thought it would be.
Let me just double check and make sure it's concentration.
Thought it was.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yes.
So, it'll work.
Okay.
Veil kind of smirks to himself and he thinks, maybe I should let her work pretty hard at that, and then right before she would come with the last of it, stop concentrating. He doesn't say it out loud, though. He knows better.
Probably a good call.
So when does he know about it? He doesn't keep his fucking mouth shut.
Apollyon, what are you up to?
Do I have the hobgoblin restrained already?
The hobgoblin is asleep. Veil knocked him out with a spell. If you want to, you can certainly tie him up.
Yeah, I'm gonna tie him up. I'm just gonna hog tie him.
You have rope?
I should. Yeah, hold on 1 second. I do. I have hempen rope. I'm assuming that's 50 feet, which is attached to the explorer's pack.
Yep, and no trouble as the guy is asleep. Actually, that reminds me. Isn't sleep a concentration spell, Veil?
Yeah, so I guess the spider webs would have.
Yeah, it would have disappeared automatically, but whatever. We're not going to wreck on that. Anyway, with no trouble whatsoever, you hog tie the hobgoblin up, or however you want to tie him up.
I want to take a little extra time and run a couple separate pieces of rope as straps through the hog tie, so that I can pick him up like a backpack and put him on my back.
Okay, I dig it. And so for the next 30 minutes, you work with your rope. Go ahead and give me a basic dexterity check. See how tight you've managed to do this. So for the next 30 minutes or so, you sit there and work with a rope, looping it through in and on itself, tying his hands and feet together, and you get what you think would work pretty well as a backpack.
Be careful, don't leave him on his stomach, he'll suffocate.
Well, that's probably where he is right now, with Apollyon moving him around to
well, I'll take my foot and roll him over and sit down on his chest and slap him in the face a little bit to wake him back up.
Okay. So you slap this hobgoblin hard across the face, probably doing a point of damage to him. And the hobgoblin, when you hit the hobgoblin, you see a little bit of blood go shooting out from his nose as you crack him across the face. And after a few seconds, the hobgoblin just shakes its head a little bit and seems to be like, his eyes are flickering and rolling about his head a little bit. He seems to be starting to wake up.
Have we already looted these other guys?
You have not.
I would like to do that, please.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Planned to do that last session, but we quit.
You know, Eloise, you kneel down and begin patting through their bodies, and it's the weirdest thing. Like, you thought they had weapons, you thought they were doing something, but for the life of you, you can't find anything on their bodies.
Send a druid to do it.
Veil walks over.
I'm a little distracted. I'm paying more attention to what Apollyon's doing to make sure he doesn't kill the person he's meant to be interrogating.
Veil kind of, walks over and rolls his eyes and says, "If you want to search him, you can't use your tail. You need to use your hands." And he attempts to search.
Yeah, that's a pretty good call, actually. He killed the last person he interrogated.
This is true.
Look, I don't know my own strength, that's all.
Well, there's knowing your own strength, and there's throwing a javelin.
Go ahead and roll your investigation check.
A man in a jail cell.
I mean, so far throwing a javelin at everybody else.
I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, you did it. No, it's intimidation, people.
I meant to do investigation. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
It's the same bonus.
It really was. That was a crit
Yeah.
fail, and it
Oh,
is the
yeah.
same bonus. I'm gonna say you know, each of them had some of them had weapons. You find a great sword. Let's see.
You're proficient in intimidation?
Drow, baby.
I guess you get that because
You
you're
find a quarterstaff. Make that two great swords. Two great swords and 4 javelins. That's what you managed to find off these hobgoblins. They don't seem to have
But
any
how
money
great
or
are
anything
they?
else.
No gold.
You don't.
Potion.
He doesn't find any gold or anything like that.
We still need to search those 2 lizard things up there too.
You take their heads, dude.
Blood, with a 22, you managed to rig up a few decent traps. You think you have a pretty good span over the trail leading up for about 100 feet, and then another at about 75 feet.
I think this will be able to give us a little bit of a warning if anybody's going to follow up while we're dealing with this guy upstairs. So let's head back up there, bud.
Okay, I see your traps. I don't fall in them.
Well, I thought you might have been helping. So,
Where the hell did you come from, Blood? I was walking by myself.
I've been standing with you the whole time, buddy.
You've been getting good at that stealth, I tell you what.
My new cloak. I love it. I can sneak up on anybody now. So yeah, we will head back up to the group and our prisoner.
Okay.
As he heads back up, I'm gonna keep heading back down. I'm looking for my horse.
You're just
Your
heading
horse
down?
is about an hour away.
Hi! And if we backtrack right now, it'll be that much further. You can go back if you want. I'm going to check on the horse.
God damn it.
That's
I
not.
can't, you know.
But okay.
I'll head back up and I'll tell them, hey, bring him down. Look for a couple of traps further up. They're just bells. They're not going to kill anybody. But our drunk friend, he's walking down to find the horses, so I can't let him go alone. So I will, after I go talk to them, you know, and actually I'll ask Eloise, I was like, Miss Eloise, could you give me a tiny bit of your healing touch? I kind of, that fireball did not feel very good. Just give me a little bit of something. I'll drink a potion to top the rest off.
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh man, I'm mighty hurt myself.
Boop.
Yeah, well, it's better than nothing. I will take it. Thank you.
Yep. Blood, you get 6 points of healing from Eloise's healing touch
And
of Cure
I'm gonna
Wounds.
do a
Sorry,
regular
Cure
potion,
Wounds.
and I got 2, so that's what 2d4 plus 2.
Is it a
That's just a regular
is it,
healing potion. One of the ones I took out of Belmont's bag.
a lesser
So it's
healing? Then yeah, it's 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and
So
swig my potion of
14
greater
total.
healing.
Okay, go ahead, Apollyon. As the two of you swig your potions, the rest of the group is kind of looking on as Liam just heads on down the trail.
And I'll tell them. I was telling like Vale, I was like, you keep your bird out in front of you. When you wake him up, drag him down the mountain. I'm gonna follow Liam. I'm not letting him go alone.
Now, I will point out you have not done anything with the dead hobgoblins other than searching them. I'm just going to remind you this.
I'll tell Eloise, it's like, probably while you're waiting for him to wake up, why don't you take?
Oh, he's already awake.
Take their heads. So yeah, if he'll take their heads.
All right, yeah, we can work together and cut off some of these heads.
And I will head down and catch up to Liam.
Okay. While Apollyon's cutting off heads.
I'm a decent amount ahead of him at this point.
Yeah, well, I know. That's why I sent him.
What's your movement, Liam?
For your light.
Is it 50?
Fair enough. That's pretty easy to see.
Liam, what's your movement speed?
Currently, let's see. I'm pretty sure it's 50.
And are you hurrying, or are you moving carefully, or
No,
are
I'm
you
just
moving
going
stealthily?
regular pace, but that's faster than most people's regular pace.
It
Oh, I'm
is.
55 now. I'm sorry.
Okay. So
Well,
Liam
I can
is hurrying
give
down
you
the
some
side of the
feline
mountain.
agility a couple times.
And yeah, Blood, go ahead and make a perception with advantage, trying to find Liam, because he has that torch, so he's pretty easy to spot.
He's probably singing some fucking drinking Irish drinking song too.
And yeah, you're easily spot the torchlight and go hurrying with your feline agility, trying to catch up. It probably takes you a good 15 minutes or
Yeah.
so, because you did have a bit of a head start and you were interacting with the rest of the group. While the two of you are heading down the side of the mountain, Eloise, Apollyon, and Necthros, are the two of you heading down as well, or what are you doing?
Well, if Apollyon's gonna be busy chopping off heads, I'm going to probably gag the hobgoblin and also make sure that, I roll him onto his side so he doesn't suffocate and or, cut off the circulation to his limbs.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure that he's still tied up and not just faking being asleep, playing possum.
No, he's awake.
Oh, great!
Apollyon slapped him awake.
Great.
But as you gag him, his eyes meet yours, and you can see a little bit of thankfulness in his eyes. But beyond that, go ahead and make an insight check.
Insight. Okay.
You see a thankfulness in his eyes, and also a little bit of a what's the word I'm looking for?
Remorse.
No, it's more of he seems to be looking at you, almost pleading, asking you for help in this situation. He glances down, and you watch his eyes go downward from your face, along your robes, and then back up again towards your face. And there's just that intent look in his eyes, almost like he's asking you for help.
How badly wounded is he? Does he seem to be?
Very, very wounded. Go ahead and make a medicine check. He looks like he's on the verge of dying.
Okay, can I help try to, patch him up a little bit, non-magically?
Do you have a medicine kit or anything like that?
No, I have an herbalism kit. Wait, do I?
Do you?
Hold on. No. No medicine kit yet.
Just talk.
Okie dokie, then fine. I'll just, poke him in the nose, cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. Go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on him. You lay you point your finger out and boop him on the nose, and you feel that surge of healing energy, giving him 5 points of healing back. You see the wounds close up a little bit, and at least staunch the blood.
The bleeding.
Yeah, it's at least staunch the bleeding, and he's not bleeding out.
So when she cast that, my head snaps in that direction. Vale's head snaps in that direction, and his eyes grow wide, and he runs over and says, "What are you doing? Why are you wasting stuff on an enemy? Why are you fraternizing with the enemy?"
I thought the whole point of keeping this one alive was so that he could be questioned.
He was alive, and I walk
Barely.
over. I rip the gag out of his mouth, and I say something.
Something.
We got one with a sense of humor.
And there's a little bit of a twinkle in his eye.
crossbow, and I'm really not in the mood for this right now. He says, what did you do to make her cure your wounds?
He bled profusely.
As you should.
And don't listen to Veil. I think you have a wonderful sense of humor.
Thank you, child. Even if you're gonna kill me later, thank you.
Ask him questions.
Yes. What are you doing here in this grove?
Upon seeing this there, my attention comes up from chopping the heads off of these guys.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Come
about that.
Over, oh, did he wake up? Tell me where Grovy Bear is.
Apollyon, you've probably been spending the last 15 minutes or 10 minutes or so chopping off the head of the hobgoblins. You do get the 3 hobgoblin heads. You haven't done the guard drakes yet in that time. The hobgoblin looks
I'm
over.
still holding the last one in my hand when I'm like talking to him.
Yeah, and the hobgoblin looks over at you, and you just see this look of absolute hatred on his face. And he spits towards you, which doesn't even get towards your feet as you're walking up. But then the hobgoblin looks back at you, Eloise. He says, "Kill me now, or set me free."
I smile and I say, well, you heard him, and I start raising my finger.
Whoa.
Oh.
Wait. Hold it.
All right, I pause.
What were you doing here?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh boy.
What are these guys, like the Navy SEALs of
Ooh, that's a good
hobgoblins?
one.
They're like trained never to say anything and only just die.
The hobgoblin is focused entirely on Eloise. You were hired to scout out the dragon's lair.
Hired by who?
The army.
Which army?
I met him in the Federation. There's a human named Gold Tongue who hired my warband. You were just hired to hunt a dragon and clear out its lair. When you showed up and just massacred us.
Well, we've been having a bad day. Dragon's dead, by the way. Dragon's taken care of.
Go ahead.
Well, you try and face a whole grove of your own people who have been turned into the living dead and infected with unnatural vines and poison and you have to bury all of them when you were supposed to show up and they were supposed to be fine and healthy and you're supposed to learn from them and
Veil's just slowly stepping back.
Oh my god, I wish I was still there.
You're not here. Shush.
Yeah, you're gone.
Somebody give her a fucking hug.
look.
Damn that metagaming owl. Shoot.
I cast Mage Hand and kind of pat her back with the Mage Hand.
Yeah. You feel this pat on your back.
There.
Eloise.
I'm so sorry
Fucking dick.
if we got the wrong impression of you and your people.
Go ahead and make an insight check, Eloise.
Oh boy.
There you go.
Yeah. He's not lying, but he's also not completely telling the truth. And
Why
that's the
else
last
are you
freebie I'm
here?
going to give you, Eloise.
And I'm grabbing onto the front of his armor.
And as you're shaking him a little bit, a bit of blood kind of coughs up from his lungs, and a little bit hits you, and most of it's kind of going down his chin. What are you? You're just gonna kill me anyway. Just get it over with.
Or I
Start
can
raid.
heal you. This could go one of two ways here.
What was that, Vale?
I start to raise my hand and finger again, like waiting in anticipation for Eloise to give me the nod.
Okay, what are you doing, Eloise?
Or I can heal you. It could go one of two ways. Your choices inform this.
Are you with these druids? He says, as he's kind of looking up at you.
They were friends.
You should know what we sought, what we are hired to find.
Well, you won't find anything here anymore. The dragons thought of that.
So you slew my people. You killed all of my men.
Can you honestly say you weren't going to attack?
The intel we were given said there is a dragon, not a group of mercenaries coming out of the mountain. We are just a scouting party. The main bulk
Where's the rest of your men?
out there. And he kind of turns his head and nods out into the darkness.
Shit. Fine, you guys finish collecting the heads, do what you're gonna do. I'm gonna go after Liam and Blood. And I
so-
take off running.
Eloise immediately gets up and goes running as fast as she can out into the darkness. Vale?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna as soon as she says that and turns, I'm just going to toll the dead on him.
Son of a bitch.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that was 11 points of necrotic damage, which is more than enough to kill that final hobgoblin. And as the bell tolls and his eardrums just burst, blood squirting out of either side,
Knockout.
he drops to the ground dead.
I'm going to search him and then make my way back up the hill and search those two lizard things.
Okay. Go ahead and make your investigation check. Eloise, I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh, that's gonna go so well. Oh, but I have the boots now. Oh, that only helps with stealth. Yeah, no, this is still gonna go. Hey!
Hey, not bad. You're running out there as quickly as you can down the slopes of the mountain. And as you're running, your eyes are sweeping the cliffside, left, right, and you see a very thin line with bells attached to it, going from a tree to what appears to be a log, and you jump over it just in the nick of time, pulling your tail up behind you as you land, and manage to dodge the first of Blood's bell traps. Go ahead and make a second dexterity check.
Shit.
Vale,
I'm gonna fucking trip her. I did tell him about them.
Vale, with your 8 check, the hobgoblin has a longsword and a shield and 2 javelins on him.
I just hand all the javelins that were found to Apollyon, and then I'll go up and check the Drake things.
Go ahead and make your next investigation check.
I'll take the javelins.
There you go.
Unfortunately, it's a shame that you got a nat 20 on the two things that aren't much more than giant lizards. That's what they are. They're basically tiger-sized four-legged lizards. However, you do find a very intricate set of harnesses over this creature that circles its head, kind of goes over and under its body and around its legs. And you see a very large iron ring in the center of it that appears to possibly have had been connected to a leash at one time for these creatures.
All right, so I'll start on taking that off, and just as I'm doing it, I'm thinking Apollyon's gonna love this.
It's safe for Grovy Bear.
You can go ahead and put down that you have those two guard Drake harnesses.
I'll put them in the bag.
While this is all going on, and Eloise still needs to make her second dexterity save. So go ahead and do that, Eloise. Liam and Blood. 14, yeah, you managed to jump over the second one with no problem. Liam and Blood. You've been heading
Look
down.
what he has done for us. He's filled us up with cheer. The Lord bless God. The man who invented beer. Oh, hey, Blood, where'd you come from?
Would you please shut the fuck up? I get it. You are a cheerful chap. But there are people down there that want to kill us. You are just singing to them. Just stop. All that's good. Stop.
Let me be clear with you, Blood. You and I, we're the most strongest of all the group, obviously. We'll be fine down here.
Hey
by
there,
ourselves.
Fables. Thanks
They
for
can't
checking
hurt
us
us.
out. I appreciate it.
It's late at night. They're probably
Thanks for stopping
settling
by,
down.
and I'll
They're
definitely make sure to
probably
check
singing
you
their
out.
own shanties. Would you like me to teach you?
I appreciate the offer, but I'm going to have to decline. So yeah, let's try and sneak up down there to see if we can get to our horses. And if we can get to the horses quietly, and we can get away from the fires quietly, I will let you sing to your heart's content.
Let me sing. You're funny.
All right, how about this? I will join you.
Ooh. Now there's a prospect.
This is not.
They are rolling shit for the
coming
perception.
out of the caves screaming, "What are we doing, man?" And then we didn't get the drop on the guys trying to get the drop on us.
I'm gonna send Jareth out to find them, fly and tell them to hold up, and kind of nod towards Apollyon and start walking to meet up with the rest of the group.
If I see Jared, I'm just gonna bat him away because I don't speak bird. So
Awesome, because I don't know who Jared is, so that's cool.
Jared.
I'm sorry, I forgot you created a TH at the end of the word Jared, and that makes it totally different.
Hey man, I didn't create it. That's the Goblin King.
David
Okay. So right now, Liam is happy to let Blood take the lead, but he is not stopping his forward progression, regardless of what bird, ostrich, or owl comes at him.
I think the problem would be he will be too far away from you to be able to keep communicating with you, won't he?
Well, I guess it depends on how far you guys have walked.
Oh,
since...
we are probably pretty
Yeah,
good
they're
distance.
about halfway down the mountain,
we're
and
a
you
little
guys
over
are
halfway.
just now finishing up.
Well, it's always good to split the party, so this can't end any. This is great. So I'm gonna start walking, and I'm suggesting Apollyon comes with me.
Don't you metagame me.
All right. Well, what are we running into? I will go ahead.
What are we running into?
Maybe at least 30 feet ahead of Liam.
Okay, so for the sake of this, go ahead give me marching order of how you guys are moving. Blood and Liam, you are together. However, far apart you're moving. Eloise, you are next, probably about 15 minutes behind them. Apollyon and Veil, you two are just now starting, so you have an hour's travel to go down from the top of the mountain, or from the cliffside from that you guys are currently in, to the bottom. So,
All right.
so Blood, you're kind of moving a little bit ahead of Liam as much as you can. Is
Yeah,
that what you're
just to
doing?
stay out of the light of his torch. So if anybody sees the torch coming down, they're just going to see him. They're going to focus on that torch, not necessarily focus on him to kill him, but they are only going to be able to see that torch because it's going to that night blindness. That's all they're going to be able to see.
Mm-hmm.
You're more than welcome to try.
Okay.
Say, I'll throw up another. Oh, yeah, I'm gone.
Blood who?
Blood
Forgot your
fades
name.
into the night completely with that cloak of his and
all I'm
is
gonna give
stealthily moving ahead. However, since you're stealthing ahead and he's just kind of boldly
He's
going,
gonna catch up to me.
he's
Yeah.
going to catch up to you and eventually pass you before you make it to the bottom.
Well, I won't stealth the whole way. I'll just do it every periodically.
Okay.
So I'll try and stay ahead of him, though.
As you
Because of
guys,
his warning, I'm not singing anymore.
For now, we'll sing all you want
For
later.
now, yeah.
as you guys are moving downward, down the mountain, Liam and Blood, you've managed to make it a good 3/4 of the way down. As you do, the clouds have pushed past you all, past the mountain itself, and are moving quite quickly, and are beginning to, quite loudly, you begin to hear thunder, you begin to see the flash of lightning, arc across the sky, jagged forks of blue and white light, and another 10 minutes go by, and as you're just starting to reach the foothills of the mountain, it begins to rain. Eloise, you're about halfway down the mountain. Actually, more like 3/4 of the way down. By the time they reach the bottom, you're about 15 minutes behind them, hurrying. Apollyon and Veil, the two of you are about 10 minutes behind Eloise at this point, hurrying as much as you can, trying to get down the mountain. I'm going to go ahead and move you guys over real quick.
Just FYI, Matt, I use these type of sounds to fall asleep to, so don't keep them up too long.
Oh, so you're going to be passing out here pretty soon?
It's always a possibility.
Well, the positive thing, I guess, with the rain, I will hold back and I will let him catch up to me because his torch isn't going to survive long. So he can stick with me and I can guide us down.
And it does not. By the time you guys reach the bottom of the mountain to the pass itself, where you reach level ground, the torch has been put out, and the two of you have been forced to slow down significantly. That way you can help him.
Yeah.
Make his way down. Eloise, you're still about 10 minutes behind them. Apollyon and Veil, you're about 10 minutes behind her. Just so you know.
Much them.
Sorry, I was cutting out. Can you say that again?
What's that?
Say that one more time for me.
I would say, if you'll allow like a little bit of a retcon, I could be dropping regular arrows because I use bolts most of the time. and I've got a shitload of extra arrows, I could drop arrows like every 40, 50 feet just so they know that they're going down the right path to get down the mountain. Because Kyle, or Liam, he's got his little trait thing, so I've been sticking with him. But in the rain and all this crap, I don't want them getting lost. So they just follow the arrows. Yeah. Hopefully they'll follow the arrows.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Eloise, Veil, Apollyon, go ahead and make perception checks as you're making your way down the side of the mountain to see whether or not you see what Veil's trying to do, or what Blood's trying to do.
Where'd you little sneaky guys go?
Oh shit.
Eloise, with no trouble whatsoever, you begin to see these arrows littering the path down the side of the mountain. And it's kind of weird, but there they are. Arrows, just lying there along the path. Apollyon and Veil, you don't see a goddamn thing.
So those sticks are awfully straight, and there's I feel like we see a straight stick every now and then.
Weird.
I straighten them as I go, and I keep pointing them, and like I make sure that they're pointing in their direction.
These are OCD breadcrumbs, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, Liam and Blood, you do make it down to the bottom of the mountain. Liam, you do know exactly where the horses have been set up. And I'm going to go ahead and show you that now. All five of you should be able to see this map and see your tokens. Can you not? If anyone cannot, please tell me now.
Yep. I can see. Yep. Yeah.
All good.
Yeah.
Okay. Eloise, I put you next to Jareth on one side. Apollyon and Veil, I put you on the other side. Just so, because you guys are not down here yet. This is Liam and Blood. And at the bottom of the mountain, in the very far distance, Liam, you know that you had hidden the cart and the horses. You hid the cart, and you tied up the horses to several trees, probably around 60 or 70 feet inward. You probably can't see them just yet in your field of vision, although actually, Liam, you shouldn't be able to see a goddamn thing, so hold on a second.
Yeah, my torch is out.
So there.
Very comforting. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm happy to oblige.
I will put my hand on his shoulder, and I will lead him to where we're going.
Who the hell is that?
It's me, buddy.
Oh,
it's
okay.
me.
Okay, so what are you guys doing now that you're at the bottom of the mountain?
Well, I'm going to kind of put my hand on his shoulder and let him know I'm there. I will guide us underneath the tree.
I'll describe to him which tree I believe should be next on the path, but I can't direct him anymore.
Well, I will guide him. I mean, I could probably, with my... I could see a couple of the horses ahead, but I'm going to move us under, like, this tree here to set him next to the tree.
Okay.
And then Blood's going to go out and he's going to scout a bit.
Okay. So you lead Liam over to a tree, place his hand against it to let him know what it's there.
Yeah. I mean, is it like really like there's no even like any kind of moonlight with this storm at all? Like
as you look up now, the clouds are getting very dense, and there is no star.
So maybe when lightning flashes, he could kind of get a vision of immediate surroundings. Okay.
Possibly, but not a lot. He can tell that he's underneath a tree. He can see a few trees around him, but it's pretty dark moving forward.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna just tell him I'm gonna do a quick scout of the area. And I'll
Liam,
be back.
Liam, I'm gonna give you like
pull
10
out my
feet.
quarterstaff and do a stealth check to try and be hidden.
this is me moving out to look.
So Liam, I gave you 10 feet of vision to kind of reflect the lightning flashes.
Sure.
And the both of you kind of meld into darkness as the rain is just pouring down. Eloise, I would like you to go ahead and make another dexterity check, because as you are hurrying down the side of the mountain, it is getting very wet out and very slippery.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Real quick, before I leave Liam, I'm gonna hand him one of these sending stones that we bought
Okay.
that we completely fucking forgot about. I'm gonna hand him a stone. We should have left one up top. I'm gonna give him a stone so he can talk to me.
Okay, I dig it. So
How does this work?
I don't know exactly. Like, squeeze it and just talk into it, and I think it goes. I hear it with mine.
essentially, when you squeeze it, it's like casting the spell message.
Okay.
So you can say 25 words to the other person, and as long as they're holding the stone, they'll hear it. However, it only works once.
It only works once.
Yeah, read the card.
God damn it.
Okay.
No.
Okay, if he tells me that it only works once, I won't use it for jokes.
Oh, until the next dawn. Yeah, okay, so we only get it once per day. Yeah.
Was that a dex save or a dex check?
Dex save for me.
Hey, at least my trap.
Eloise, as you're running down the side of this
probably got
mountain,
Apollyon.
the rain is just pelting you, and it's getting cold, it's getting slippery, and your feet hit a rock that just goes flying out from you, and you tumble ass over tea kettle, striking the ground and sliding a good 30 feet down the wet gravel and wet rock. It hurts quite a bit. You don't take damage unless you want to take a single point of damage, but it hurts, and it's going to take you a good 5-6 minutes to get yourself up and organize yourself, which allows Veil and Apollyon to just about catch up to you.
Ow.
So Blood,
Stupid tail.
Blood, as you are sneaking towards the next tree, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Oof.
Your eyes are darting around the tree, looking towards the horses, and they seem fine. There are the hobblers, which are basically just ropes wrapped around their feet to keep them from running off, are still there. Their reins are still tied to the trunk of the tree. They seem agitated and nervous, but beyond that, you don't really see a whole lot.
Could be the storm, or it could be the people nearby. And I'll head back up to Liam, grab him.
Give me another stealth check, please.
Ooh. This is ugly, even with advantage.
Can't be perfect always.
But my mama said I was perfect.
My mama said.
It's a good Pussifer song.
Okay, Blood. You make your way back up towards Liam.
I will relay to him. I mean, the horses look alright. They got all the ropes and stuff on them still, but they are very, very agitated. I mean, it
They're
could be the
probably
storm.
very hungry.
Well, it could be that. It could be the storm, but it could be there's something waiting for us.
They've been here by themselves for over a day. I'm sure they're starving.
I'd like to
Direct
think
me to them. I'll feed them.
Liam, go ahead and give me another stealth check.
Both of us?
Liam, specifically, since you're the one talking.
Oh. Well, we were both talking. Thank God.
Yeah, he is whispering down into you, and fortunately, you're as low as Liam is whispering. Your keen cat ears are being able to hear it.
Well, then I will just be like, because you gave him 10 feet, so I'll just be like, all right, keep lightning strikes in your eyes and just follow me. We'll go up and we'll get to him.
By this time, Eloise, Apollyon, Veil, the three of you and Jareth have made your way down to the foot of the mountains. You're kind of looking
Did you guys
out.
grab all the heads?
You guys are looking out among the trees, but there's nothing there. Not even shadows moving. Like the lightning strikes, and as it does, you're just seeing shadow upon shadow upon shadow moving this way and that. It's very disconcerting.
I mean, do we see the campfires of the other people?
You do not see any campfires nearby. Go ahead and make all three of you make individual perception checks.
Wow.
Fucking hell.
Just wow.
No way. Oh my God.
Wow, all three of you.
Jesus, we perceive everything.
Not only do you perceive the forest from the trees, you see some scruffy-looking bastard looking down upon the whole thing, just kind of chuckling as he watches everything.
Oh, hi, bud.
You do
Well, I
see...
would like to think I'm God, but I think he's talking about God.
Oh, you're talking about me, baby.
Yeah.
But Eloise, Apollyon, and Veil, all three of you, very easily managed to see about 300 feet away from where you currently are, a bit of light out there in the distance. Pretty decently sized, making you think it's probably a campfire. You also see Apollyon and Eloise, two lumbering shapes. And you guys are moving way too quickly.
Sorry.
Yeah, back up to me.
I'm
Anyway,
just trying to keep pace with him because I can't see anything.
yeah, your token just disappeared from me, Blood. I don't know why.
I'm with.
Yeah, he's next to me.
Huh, weird, it's not showing up for me. I'm gonna
Yeah, I
reset.
still see him.
I can see him. He's right next to Liam.
Yeah, no big deal. I have to
I
reset.
just stealthed so hard, I broke your game.
You did. You really did.
You disappeared. You're in someone else's game now.
Stuck too hard. DM can't find me. First, you gotta find me.
That shit crazy.
Yeah, it crashes.
That
It
shit
happens. Anyway. Well, now I have to reload the music too. There we go.
What happened to the rain?
I had to
He's
reload it.
resetting it so because I stealthed so hard, he had to reset everything.
Yeah, you did. Eloise, who is it? Apollyon and Eloise, the two of you can see, let's see, about 55, just barely on the edge of your vision, just slightly under your 60 feet of vision, you can see both Blood and Liam, or at least their shapes. They're very dark, shadowy shapes, heading towards the forest with your natural fucking 20s. Blood and Liam, the two of you are heading towards the wagon and the horses right now. So what do you guys do?
We're just moving up to get near them, and And I guess, I mean, with a passive of 18 perception, I mean, that would just kind of be looking for anything moving in my. I'm looking for shapes moving out there, but I guess if I want to make a specific check to see if there's anything around the horses, I'll make another perception check. But yeah, we're just getting up to them. To check on them.
Go ahead as you're making your way towards the horses. Make another perception check for it.
It's gonna watch. Oh, that's not bad.
How far away were those big shapes in the distance?
About 60 feet, just right in your vision.
60 feet?
Yeah, right at the edge of your vision. They're 60 feet ahead of you. Moving south.
And I've got an arrow cocked and ready to go in the crossbow.
Yeah, at this point I'm gonna ready my Eldritch Blast. It's gonna be sizzling around inside of my mouth, ready for anything to spring out at us.
And I'll probably pull out one of Grovajar's. Since it's a hand crossbow, I'll pull out one of the swords as well.
Okay.
Just so I'm ready for anything.
So
I'm doing everything I possibly can to not trip and fall again.
as you guys are doing that, Eloise, just make a general dexterity check for me. Blood and Liam, is there anything the two of you can see right now?
I mean, I can see the horses and the wagon. If you're stiff,
I think you know I can't see anything.
I know you can.
if there's anything else,
I could see everything.
oh,
Eloise,
I
no.
eat.
And
shit.
I need-
eat so much.
Yeah, as
You
Eloise
trip on your own
is
tail.
making her way down this path, she trips and falls, and I need everybody to go ahead and roll for initiative for me,
Ah, shit.
as you guys are beginning a sneak attack round from the enemies.
How the hell am I moving so fast? I can't see anything. This is gonna be stupid.
Man, I always forget to click my character.
Man,
Yeah, I already had mine clicked, but how has he got a 23.18 ahead of mine? That ain't right.
no, it's because he hasn't reordered the list yet.
Oh, okay, never mind.
yeah, yours, Apollyon was 15.
15. Sorry, I'm bad.
Okay. Just give me a moment to get this organized.
I really hope we're getting some views because I've been laughing my ass off this game.
I opened it up to check on it earlier. We were like a 5 or 6 viewers, or 4 or 5 viewers, I think. We're starting. We're not expecting much.
So we got
Exactly.
only the smart people watching. Awesome.
Hi, friends.
What up?
Oh, I'm totally cheating right now. I just opened the Twitch stream and I see the DM screen. I gotta
Yeah,
back out.
totally cheating.
Yeah, that's what I had because I saw the stuff like just basic things at first. I was like, "Are you sure you want that open?" He's like, "Yeah, I want it open." So I had to shut it down because I don't want to.
Yeah, I'm specifically allowing the people who watch to see things.
Yeah, I don't want to. That's just takes the fun out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to see if there were any viewers. I don't know how do you see if there are viewers?
It said like right under like when you open it, it'll tell you how many viewers there are. Gazer's gonna be my
Right on.
pet.
It says 2 viewers.
Oh well, it was 4 earlier.
One of them might be me.
I think it's me and Vale are the two viewers right now.
We're like the
At the
people who
current
like
moment,
our own
it says
statuses. Is that you? Are you the third?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not watching. I haven't clicked start watching. For me, it's a blank screen.
I think my daughter might be watching, or my NP might be watching. I'm not sure which. Anyway.
Either way, hello.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it. We're jumping in right now, and Liam, it is your... you got first. However, we are moving into a sneak attack round right now, so we're going to go ahead and do that.
And I am prone. Great start. Awesome.
Liam, from where you're standing, a javelin comes flying out of the darkness towards you. And that's a 20 to hit.
That'll hit. I can't use deflect missiles to catch that, can I?
That's a good question, actually.
I would think anything that's got the thrown property, I should have the ability. But if
It's
you
all
if you
about
say
whether
it's too
the
big,
condition-
I'll agree.
Well, it's all about whether the condition's set on you too, of a surprise.
I would also say, like a javelin, you'd probably need like both your hands for.
Yeah, deflect missiles is a
You don't have the
one-handed
torch
thing.
anymore,
So.
right?
No, there's no
No,
torch
the
on
torch
me.
is gone.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I was the DM, I would say you need both hands free if you want to try to catch a javelin.
Yeah, I already said I pulled out my quarterstaffs, handed at the moment.
Okay,
okay.
so what the wording of it actually is if you reduce the damage to 0, you can catch the missile if it is small enough for you to hold in one hand, and you have at least one hand free.
You could probably just knock it away. If he
So
doesn't.
Technically, you use one hand for a
But
javelin.
then it's a DM call.
Yeah.
you know what? I'm going to say yeah. I'm going to say that yes, a javelin is typically thrown with one hand. It's
All right.
you're going to
Well, then,
have
in
you're going to
that
have to roll
case, I
high.
don't need to roll because it's dexterity, proficiency, and a D8 roll. And dex and proficiency gets me 8 points right off the bat.
Well, what I was going to say is I want you to roll with disadvantage on this because it's a javelin.
I mean, it's a D8 either way, and I get over 8 for, and the damage was 7, so I caught it no matter what if I'm allowed to catch it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say that you are allowed to catch it, but because of the weight, you can't throw it back.
Yeah,
I think that's fair.
I don't see what I'm be throwing it back at anyway.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm willing to go with that because a javelin is thrown with one hand. Yes, you have to use a second hand to balance, but someone throwing a spear, I've caught a spear in the hand before when someone's thrusting it at me. So logically, you could do the same thing with javelin. So you can grab the javelin, but because of the weight of it, you can't throw it back. I think that's a good ruling, so we're going to go with that. So the javelin goes flying at you. You use your
Okay, so out of nowhere, a javelin comes, and I hear the wind whistling, and I dodge back and just snatch this thing out of midair.
Absolutely, you do. Now remind me. That's your reaction, right?
That's a reaction,
Okay,
yes.
just double check.
It would take a key point in order to throw it back, which I wouldn't be doing in this scenario anyway.
But you are using your reaction. Okay, good to know. Good to know. That's it for that guy's turn. Next off, a heavy crossbow bolt is flying towards you, Liam. Because you're the closest one there. And that's a 10, so that misses.
Are these all coming at me?
He said you were the closest one, so
Yep.
I'm guessing there's some on the other side. Don't worry.
Fair enough, okay.
I'm gonna get shot at too.
Okay, yeah. Blood. I'm going to need you. Oh, does a 15 hit?
A 15 does not hit.
A 15 does not hit. A bolt of energy comes shooting towards you, and you just barely manage to jump back and dodge in time as this bolt of energy comes aiming towards you. Okay, that's it for that guy. I'm also going to need you, Blood, to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Ooh, it's bad news for you guys.
Ooh, yes. You are currently charmed until his next turn.
Oh, it's my speed is having disadvantage on attack rolls, so it's not like I have to attack my friends.
No, you are just
I'm just dazed.
You are just dazed.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, my best thing is range stuff, so I'm not gonna fucking shoot you, Liam.
I wouldn't have noticed that you got charmed anyway. I don't know magic.
Yeah, I don't either. It's like my shit.
Also, an Eldritch Blast comes shooting out from the darkness towards you, Blood, because I assume a 26 hit, for 2 points of damage.
I'm gonna go with no, it doesn't.
Oh, it definitely does.
Special. 2 points.
2 points.
Thank God he had a shit damage roll.
Speaking of Eldritch Blast, did I ever get to use my held action? Did I actually see anything?
You have not seen anything happen other than blasts of energy coming towards you. This was a sneak attack round. While yes, you were technically holding it, this has to happen first, and then your you are gonna be able to do stuff after the sneak attack. So you still have your hold action. Don't worry about that.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Okay, Blood as well. That's a 12, so that misses. A arrow comes flying at you from the darkness, and you just kind of jump back out of the way, and it misses you entirely. Last but not least, that should not have been an advantage. So Apollyon, a small dart, an odd-looking ranged weapon, comes shooting out of the darkness towards you, and it just bounces off the side of your muscles more than anything else. That was a terrible, terrible throw.
That's right.
Okay.
Ooh, that tickles.
Now, we are in the beginning of the combat order. Before that, Apollyon, can you see any enemies right now? Can you physically see any?
Yeah, I see one over here.
Then you have your held action that you can do.
I guess I had my crossbow. I guess I didn't say I was holding a shot. It's up to you.
Yeah, no, he was the only one who said he was holding an action.
You weren't holding a shot.
You were stealthing. That's different.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a 10 does not hit.
Dang. Alright.
However.
Oh, wait, I should have 2 beams at level 5. I'm sorry.
You do. So go ahead and shoot your second one.
No.
Nope.
Yep.
No.
2 beams of energy brighten up the darkness that shot from Apollyon's mouth. Unfortunately, both of them miss. Now, as it is 8:19, I'm going to go ahead and say we're going to take a break before the beginning of the next round, where Liam Okay, welcome back. We're picking up from where we left off at the bottom, or at the top of the order, starting with Liam. You have just had a bunch of random shit thrown at you, and things seem to be streaking out from the darkness. So, what are you wanting to do, Liam?
I would like to. Could you highlight the direction and target that those Eldritch Blasts went? Because that's the only light I've seen for a minute.
Okay, the Eldritch Blast came from that direction. Did you see it?
Yours is black. I'll do it. This direction, Liam. Can you see mine?
I meant Apollyon's Eldritch Blast. Which direction did that head?
Oh, sorry, that was back in the back, so this direction.
Okay, so I'm going to attempt to head that direction with my awesome movement, and maybe I'll find something.
Okay, you go running backwards. Away from
Is this gravel? Hey, gravel!
Indeed, that is gravel. Your poor pack horse that has been tied to a tree, hobbled, and left the way you left him.
I don't see anybody in my range. I am going to stand right here and play defense for gravel.
Okay, I dig it. Blood, you're up next.
Well, I can see a couple. So I'm going to move a little bit. Take my shot at disadvantage at her. I'm going to end up using feline agility to get a full set of movement instead of just my half movement.
Okay.
But I'm going to go set the disadvantage. Take a shot at that one. And I should have turned fucking sharpshooter on. So that'll just be a regular shot, and I assume I'm not getting sneaky.
Point one more time at who you're shooting at.
This one over here.
Yes. Okay. Yes, that does it.
I'm assuming I don't get sneak attack because it's it's in the
You
dark.
are not getting sneak attack.
Well, that's still 16 points on Little Miss Pretty.
16 points of damage as your bolt of energy goes shooting out in the darkness, lighting up a little bit and striking into this individual who is hiding behind the tree.
And I'm going to run up and I'm going to hide in this tree. And I'm going to hide. It's a disadvantage to do a perception check to find me. And that's me.
Okay. That's it for you.
Well, you're hidden. Don't worry about everybody else.
Well, you want me hidden.
Okay. So, next we come to the Orc Assassin's turn. Okay. You are within range, Liam, and it's coming towards you. It comes running towards you, Liam, and it is going to swing at you twice with its scimitar.
Coming towards me?
Yep.
I've got 10 feet. Can you describe it better?
What's that? Can you hear me?
I'm going to use the reaction to hit him with my pole arm.
And a 24, I'm sorry, I swung with a 24. Go ahead and swing your reaction hit.
Okay. Only meant to roll that once, but either one's bad, so that's
10,
fine.
it does not hit. You swing towards it with your quarterstaff, missing completely. His was a 24. The first one
That hits. I still don't see him on my screen.
He is right next to you, literally.
I
Right
don't even see Matt on the screen.
Yeah, I don't see.
Matt, I don't think you refreshed it. I still see him. He never moved.
Okay.
He never
Yeah,
moved,
that's it.
and the last thing you rolled was perception on the Orc Assassin, a 17. At least that's what's showing.
Can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm having some
Nothing is
issue
updated.
with Roll20. Hold on a second.
There
you go.
you are.
There you joined our game.
Okay, can you see me now?
Yes.
Sorry about that.
And it's roll 20.
So that first was 11 points of damage, Liam, just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm still having a bit of issues here.
Here you're moving.
Okay, I
There
see
we
the
go.
character now. Alright.
Okay. So the second attack is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
It's 12 points of slashing damage.
Ow!
Okay. That's it for the orc's turn. This orc comes running towards you, Liam, with a scimitar in its hand. It just comes into your field of vision. You try to react with your quarterstaff. However, the swing goes wide, and then this creature just cuts into you once, then twice with its scimitar. Veil, you're up next.
All right. Vale's assessing the situation, notices that a lot of the people can't see, so he's going to use his racial ability, Dancing Lights, that he could use once per day, and throw up some light around the battlefield. Can you give me 4 small orbs, please?
I can. Is that an action to do?
Yes, it's going to be my action.
Okay. Give me 1 second while that loads. Obviously, they're not that big, but we're using this.
Yep.
And what's the light radius on each of the orbs?
10 feet dim light.
Okay, each one has 10 feet of light, and where are you moving them towards?
All right, so I don't want to.
You're cutting out, buddy.
Do you mind if I place them beyond the cart?
If you, it looks like you can move them. It's a range of 120 feet, so just put bling on the map where you're wanting them, and I'll put them there.
And they gotta be within 20 feet of each other.
Yep, so then 20 feet over here.
Okay.
So this is how I die.
No. You're not gonna die.
You're more optimistic than I am, sir.
Look about right.
Yeah, looks about right. Liam, can you see?
Yeah, I can see your orbs.
Can you see the creatures near them?
I can see a couple of them. I mean, there's not much I can do anyway, but yeah, that helps.
Okay. And then I'm going to move a little bit to the other side of Apollyon, and that will be my turn.
Okay. As the field of battle lightens up a bit more and you duck back behind Apollyon, we come to the Dragonborn's turn. Who let's see here. Okay, so from where it stands, Eloise, a heavy crossbow bolt comes shooting towards you in the darkness.
I'm
And that's
currently prone. I don't know if that affects it.
it does. You are.
That actually gives him disadvantage. Yeah.
It does. So that's an 11 to hit. So luckily you are on the ground prone. I forgot that you were on the ground prone. I'm going to go with it. The bolt goes flying in an arc and lands just next to your head, thunking into the ground about maybe half a foot from your eyeball.
You stupid fucking tail! What the blood?
Apollyon, your turn next.
All right. I saw that guy move down towards Liam, so that's where I'm gonna go.
As you get close, you see that Liam is bleeding pretty bad.
All right, I run up on this jabroni, and I'm gonna swing at him with my scimitar. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm also going to rage before I attack.
Okay. Rage first as a bonus action. Go ahead and make your attacks with your scimitar. First attack hits.
17.
17 points of damage as your first strike cuts through him. Your second one also hits. For 13 more points of damage. He's looking a little sore, but he still seems to be up. However, he has two large gashes across this the body of this creature.
All right, that's it for me.
And as you cut into him, the creature just kind of growls at you in pain. Jareth, your turn's up next.
So Jareth is going to swoop over, and the one that they've been attacking, Liam and Apollyon, is going to scratch at its open wounds, try to get it a little preoccupied with that as opposed to Liam, so give it a little distraction, and then fly back up.
Okay. You go flying down towards the orc that both Liam and Apollyon have been engaged with, and he now has the next person who attacks him has advantage. That's it for Jareth. Next up, we come to a kobold, which oddly enough is in the mix of this whole grouping. That's going to be it for him. A human comes running up next. Let's see what she's going to do. Okay, looking between the two of them, I'm going to say, Apollyon, I'm going to need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a crit
Yeah,
fail there. Okay. You feel your muscles begin to seize up all across your body, and you're just held right there where you are as the spell Hold Person is cast upon you. You are now paralyzed.
Well, shit.
TPK on our first live stream, guys.
God, that would be awesome, right?
Yeah, totally.
Next up, we have another orc. Apollyon, you feel a giant bolt of energy just come flying out towards you. Since you're paralyzed, just so you know, a paralyzed creature is incapacitated and can't move or speak. The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against them have advantage, and any attack that hits a creature is a critical if within 5 feet. Just so you know what's going on.
Yikes.
A guiding bolt is being cast at you, Apollyon, so it has advantage to hit. And that's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits me.
13 points of radiant damage slams down into you, Apollyon.
Ouch.
That's it
Oh, it's
for
radiant. Damn it.
That's it for their turn. Next we have another. This one is a kind of an oddly looking pink-skinned humanoid. They are taking a longbow shot at you, Liam, and that's a 10 to hit.
That'll miss.
Okay. She is moving backwards.
Did you already use your reaction, Liam?
I did when he entered my area.
Eloise,
Got it.
your turn's next.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna get up with half my movement. Use the other half to get in this tree. And then
You're running up to the tree, or are you climbing into the tree?
I'm gonna stay on the ground for now.
Okay,
and
just making sure.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just making sure.
Yeah. And then going to throw some flame I'm producing at the orc assassin.
25's definitely gonna hit.
You have advantage, so just in case that crits.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Roll again. Nope,
Nope, but 10
10
points of damage.
10 fire damage.
Ten more points of fire damage as you throw a fireball in between your two companions and striking the orc there between them. He's looking relatively hurt. Do anything else?
No, I don't have anything bonus action-y, so I'm just gonna, try and tuck myself behind this tree as best I can.
Okay, next up we have a hobgoblin coming creeping out from the darkness. It is going to make a javelin throw at you, Eloise, since you are the one who moved. And that's a 7 to hit, so that misses. A javelin goes flying through the air towards you, and you just look back in time and pull your tail out of the way as it lands into the ground just where your tail had been a second ago.
Stupid tail just... Ugh! So much trouble.
Next we come to the Gazer's turn, which is floating up. "20 feet towards you." Let's see, it has 2 rays. Liam, out of the corner of your eye, you are able to see this as this ray of bluish energy comes shooting at you towards the darkness. I'm going to need you to make a DC 12 saving throw.
What kind?
Dexterity saving throw.
Dex? Yeah.
Oh!
Fail.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
So what was that?
Bye, guys.
36. That's 8 points of damage that strikes out at you.
Any other effects on me, or is it just 8?
Let's see. Nope, just a cold damage. It's just 8 points of cold damage.
I'm still alive, barely.
Next, I'm going to need you to make a DC 12 Wisdom saving throw. You see another ray focusing towards you, and you can feel it begin to take over your mind. However, you push past the fear and manage to push this ray at bay. And Liam, it's now your turn.
Excellent!
As you take your turn, you kind of wonder to yourself, should I have just gone running down the side of the mountain?
Alright. Bonus action, unarmed strike at the... I'm assuming that's the orc guy right next to me?
Yes, that is the orc guy right next to you.
17 hit?
17 does hit.
Alright, he's also going to have to make a Constitution save because I am pumping a... my god, I'm so dead
Stun.
I can't remember what my moves are
Key
called.
point.
A stunning strike, yes.
Stunning strike. Okay, go ahead and pop that into the chat for us. It's a 20.
20's gonna save anyway, and my DC's like 15 or 16, whatever.
Okay. So you punch into the orc, and you do some damage to him, and he's looking pretty rough, but you do not manage to stun him.
Very well. 2 quarterstaff strikes.
Oh, the nat 20 is definitely going to hit. The 11 is not. And that's enough to crack this orc in the side of the head with your quarterstaff, and you feel the snap of its spine as your quarterstaff strikes in the temple of the orc, and he drops to the ground bonelessly.
Okay, everybody ready for a really stupid move? I'm not moving at all. I'm still protecting gravel.
Okay. And that's Liam's turn. Blood, you're up next.
I'm taking a shot at her.
At who?
The woman that's down here.
Okay.
The one that shot stuff at my buddies.
Yep, and that is a human woman with dark black hair. Is all you can see in the darkness right now.
I'm assuming she didn't see me from before.
Yeah. You do have advantage on that.
You know what? Just so he can hopefully make sure we hit, we're not going to go sharpshooter on this one. We're just going to take a regular shot. Oh my god!
Oh,
fucking sharpshooter!
Critical hit!
Oh god, but I get the sneak attack at least. Oh, god damn it. I'm so fucking aggravated. 18, 25, or plus 15, plus... Wow,
You're aggravated, you got a critical hit?
Yeah, but I didn't do sharpshooter.
20 plus 15, 35.
35 points of damage?
That's what I'm aggravated about.
Wow. So you watch as just this bolt of green energy comes shooting out from a tree, arcing down, striking into the face of this woman, taking off a chunk of her jaw in the process before embedding itself into her shoulder, doing massive, massive damage. And she just clutches the side of her face and her shoulder in agony. You did massive damage.
Can she also, because is she the one that shot the weird shit that froze up my buddy?
Yeah.
Um.
Concentration
It
phase?
did.
You have to make a con
Yes.
save?
Yes, that was her actually.
Oh, he's the whole person.
Ugh, 3 1s on that.
Okay,
sneak.
hold up.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's a 7. That definitely failed. So
Oh,
as
really?
this happens, and this woman screams out in agony, Apollyon, you feel the hold of that paralysis just begin to fade from your body as she loses the concentration on that spell.
And,
Oh, yeah, I can move. Yeah.
Is this another tall tree? Like just like the one I'm...
It's a bit smaller. That's a pine tree by the looks of it. You're not going to find nearly as much strong branches to hold yourself in on that one.
And what I will do...
You're barely managing to hold yourself aloft on the tree.
I mean, is it a thick enough tree that I could probably hide amongst it?
No. You could probably hide in this tree or
Okay.
this tree there, but that's really about it.
Yeah, then I'm gonna come back, get into this one, and go ahead and hide in that one. And actually, I mean, now it's a bonus action to hand somebody a potion, right?
Yeah, it's a bonus action to hand somebody something, or it's a bonus action to hide. You don't get both.
It's a bonus action to take one yourself, but if you're giving it to somebody, if you're like,
Well,
they're
if
on
I'm
the
just
ground-
giving it to you instead of feeding it to you.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying.
if you're passing it from one place to another, I allow it as a bonus action, but that would negate your hide.
Yeah. You know what? He's gonna need it. Well, fuck. But his turn. I mean, ugh. I'm gonna give it to Apollyon and hand him the superior potion that I got from the dragon.
Okay.
Give it to Apollyon. And so I'm just gonna be hanging out in those trees back there.
You as you
Nice.
run
Thanks,
past
Mr.
Apollyon, you pass him that superior healing potion. That does 4d4 plus 4, if I remember correctly. And then Blood, you come running around and take position
Still
next to the
disadvantage
tree.
to look for me, but I am not stealth, so I don't get to do my extra hide and shit.
Okay. Veil, you're up next.
All right. Bonus action. I'm going to be moving these lights. I'm going to put one on right here.
Okay.
One right here. One right here.
Right, like that?
Yep. Just, I mean, Liam, is it casting enough light where you could see it? That's my goal
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
Okay.
That helps quite a bit.
Okay. So that was my bonus action. For my action, I'm going to point at Miss Jaw Missing and try to toll the dead her.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
if I survive till the next round, I can see people.
So, these orbs of light go moving along in through the forest, illuminating some of these individuals hiding amongst the trees. Then Veil casts his spell, and she needs to make a wisdom saving throw. And that is a 10, so she fails and takes 10 points of damage. Her
I'd
ear...
like to point out, Matt, not every battle has to be in pitch darkness. I'm just saying.
And where's the fun of that?
I hate you.
Anyway, in the darkness, because Liam can't see it, because he can't see shit, fuck you, the eardrums explode outward, and this woman just crumples to the ground, dead.
And the Veil will raise his finger up to his mouth a little and kind of blow the smoke off of it. Realize that the blood did not hide, so he's going to gain, use that knowledge to his advantage and run over next to blood to be less of a target.
Okay.
You fucking bastard.
No. You're supposed to say, like you always say, fucking trow.
Well, the words are synonymous with each other.
And Veil goes running around the tree that Blood is clutching, hiding behind him, directly opposite, behind this trunk, trying to be a little more stealthy. Next we have the Dragonborn Veteran.
Kyle, did you use a key point to do patient defense?
No, I used the key point to try and stunning strike him. My bonus action was to kick him at the first moment.
I didn't know if you could use more than one. That's why I was asking.
It's a bonus action. I used my bonus.
Okay. Eloise, a heavy crossbow bolt comes flying out at you from the darkness, striking the ground right by your foot again, ridiculously missing with a 9 attack roll. That's disappointing.
What does this Dragonborn look like?
Can you see his token?
I can.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check as you're clutching near the side of the street.
Perception.
This Dragonborn has red iridescent scales. He's wearing what appears to be plate armor on his body. He has a longsword and a heavy crossbow slung over his back. But he is a red-scaled Dragonborn.
Great. Awesome.
Apollyon, your turn next.
I'm free. I'll go ahead and run right down here by these jabronis and unleash my breath weapon.
Okay.
First time I think we've got to see this.
First time for the breath weapon. So that is a 5 by 30 line, which easily goes for both the kobold and the gazer floating there. They're both going to have to make DC 15 dexterity. First, the kobold is a 6, so that's full damage.
Failure.
And failure for the gazer as well. Both take 16 points of damage. You breathe this bolt of lightning out from your mouth, and just and a bolt of energy of lightning comes shooting out, doing 15 points of damage to both the kobold and the gazer. As it strikes the gazer just electrifies. You see just this crackle of energy go across its entire body, and it shimmers and shakes and sputters for a bit before falling to the ground and just lies there in a smoking heap.
No, it has a pet.
Hell yeah.
You know, this whole time I thought this was the spectator.
Nope, that was a
Is the
gazer.
kobold still alive?
The kobold is still alive.
Alright, I'm gonna use a bonus action to hit him with the scimitar.
Okay, because you got that scimitar of speed. Go for it. And a 16 does hit. 13 more points, plus all your shit, so
Yep.
17 points of damage against the kobold as you slash down into his body, leaving this arc of electricity in its path, doing quite a bit of damage. He is still up.
Alright, that's my turn.
Okay. Jareth. The owl's up next.
Alright, Jareth's gonna sweep down, and the woman who shot the longbow, he's going to scratch at her face and try to distract.
Okay. Which one is that? That one woman over here? Okay. No problem. So Jareth the owl comes flying out from the darkness, beats its wings in the face of this pink-skinned woman before flying away a few feet and hovering there in the air. Next person who hits her has advantage. Next, we come up to the kobold's turn. It gets to make 2 melee attacks with its spear. First is a critical hit,
Halved.
doing 11 points of damage, but that's halved, so 5. And the second is a 15. So I assume that misses. Apollyon, are you there?
Yeah, sorry.
So,
Ouch.
yeah, 5 points of damage, and the second one misses, I assume.
No.
Okay. Next
How is the
up.
barbarian the only one who doesn't understand he's raging?
That's just the way of
It's
life
just
for him.
I got a lot of stuff going on.
Dude, his intelligence went up. He should know.
Did he do anything with that potion you gave him?
I gave it to
I have
him,
not
but I don't
taken
know
it
if he. I don't know if he. I was giving it to him, hopefully to give it to Liam, but he hasn't done it yet.
Okay. So out from the darkness, Apollyon, a bolt of energy comes flying towards you. And that is a critical miss at a 5, so that definitely does not hit.
It hits the kobold, right?
No, we never done that shit.
No, we're not gonna.
No critical miss table?
I would love, but if he rolled it for them, he'd roll it for us.
Yes.
So let's say no.
For now, we'll say no, but we'll talk about it later. The orc shaman then runs out back into the darkness as far as she can. Next, we have the pink-skinned woman's turn. Seeing the direction that the spell, that this particular battle is going, she is casting Misty Step on herself, disappearing in a silvery mist 30 feet away, and is going to be using the remainder of her movement to disappear into the darkness.
Let's see.
So, Jareth, you would have been able to see that.
It might be a problem.
Eloise, you're up next.
Yes. Okay. I am going to try to hit the other Dragonborn with Frostbite.
Okay, that's a DC 15 Constitution save. And he makes it with an 18.
I think, and it's a cantrip, so I don't think he takes half damage. Right?
Nope, he does not.
Yeah, no. Okay, then I'm just going to move on over to this side of the tree.
Okay, sounds good. That's it for Eloise. The Hobgoblin Captain is up next. And he is in hot pursuit of you, Eloise, having seen you fire that icy blast at one of his companions. He is throwing a javelin at you. And that's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
4 points of piercing damage as this javelin comes flying out through the air and strikes you in the back. Your scales hold off a little bit, but still hurts. That's it for his turn. Liam, you're up next.
Liam's surprised to still be alive, being that
Aren't we all?
the person that Jareth hit only see this guy down here. So he's just gonna wail on him because he is pissed the fuck off right now.
Okay, so who's he going towards?
Kobold.
Okay. Go ahead and...
I meant to do... Ah, damn it. Yeah, I guess I pulled out my longsword. Does 13 hit?
I am actually in the middle of lagging on my computer. However, a 13 does not hit. 22
so one
does.
Strike, 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. You go
assume
slashing
he's still
through. He
standing?
is still standing. You slash through him with your longsword, but he is still up.
Okay.
Yep, 26 will definitely hit, and 11 points is enough to finish him off as you just clobber down onto this kobold with your fist.
That was a headbutt.
Sure, I dig it.
Yeah. No more movement because I can't see anything outside of these spheres.
Okay, Blood, you're up next.
Now, I didn't have to roll for... I didn't roll for stealth last time, but
Yes.
Can either of these gentlemen with a disadvantaged reception see me?
Well, you did not roll for stealth.
So I was still in the tree. I'm just seeing. I mean,
Well,
I can
you're-
move and still kill one of them. Shoot at one of them.
Yeah,
That's-
I'm going to say that you do not have advantage on this attack.
And these are just these right here. You say they're more like pine trees, kind of.
Yeah, they're more like your thin Christmas tree style pine trees.
Alright. Well then, where's just gonna go ahead, because neither of these guys look like they're gonna be magic-y. So I'm gonna kind of actually climb up in the tree, shift over a little bit. Sorry, bud, you're gonna be down there on your own. Do my stealth check.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna fire at you know, the one that looks like he's advancing a little quicker is gonna be the hobgoblin, so we're going for him.
Okay. Hold on 1 second.
And he said this. Oh no, the Dragonborn was in full plate. He said.
Yes, you are stealthed for the hobgoblin, so you do have advantage.
But this guy, I mean, can I tell what he's wearing? No, it doesn't matter. He's still getting a fucking bolt at him. We're gonna risk it. We're gonna go sharpshooter, and we're gonna take a shot. 20.
20's definitely going to hit.
Did he have advantage? Really?
Yes, he did.
I hit.
He hit.
And his perception, he didn't even roll it twice.
I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm blind. I can't see shit. Don't worry about me.
18 plus 8, 26, 31 on him.
31 points of damage. You shoot out from the darkness, and this bolt of energy goes flying through the air, striking into this hobgoblin, and he just clutches the gaping hole in his chest of the massive damage you just did.
I mean, I'll kind of like shout out or say that to Veil. I was like, Liam is looking very hurt. I don't know if you can get to him. I gave Apollyon a potion, but I don't know if he knows I meant to give it to Liam. And that's my turn.
How would I have known that when you just shoved it into my hands and ran away?
Well, I did kind of like point at him as I was running away.
Okay,
he's
Veil,
alive.
you're up next.
No, you weren't paralyzed at
Cat
that point.
people, man. Nobody knows what they're up to.
You weren't paralyzed at that point because I had shot her. She lost concentration.
I'll say back to you. It's too far. Can't do it. And I'll.
Well, I guess will you let me with that sending stone?
What's that?
Can send a quick message to him, or will that be like a bonus action next turn?
Hold on a second. Let me look. Yeah, you have to use an action to cast it.
An action. Okay. Well, we'll wait. That's me.
Yeah, Veil,
Alright,
it is your turn.
I'm going to try to clean up the scraps. Same thing I've been doing, pointing at this hobgoblin and trying to pull the dead him.
Ooh.
Oh, that's nat 20.
Damn.
So the ring goes out, but
That
the
would've
hobgoblin
been-
just
that would've been
easily
tasty,
shakes
man.
it
I got
away.
that shit too. Shit.
Alright, so with my bonus action, I'm going to move those lights around this guy.
Okay, that one there.
Yep, and I wonder if I could. Hold on 1 second. It's 20
I
feet,
think,
right?
I think you can move each one 60 feet per
60
turn.
feet.
They just have to be within 20 feet of each other.
Okay, excellent. And then 20 feet up this way.
That one there.
Yeah, I played a drow. Drows are fun.
One right there. Right there. Okay.
Alright, one down more. Just
Right
to be
there?
fair, 'cause that's there you go, perfect.
Okay.
And he is going, and then Veil is going to move, and then I'll be done.
Okay, as the Dragonborn veteran is illuminated by this globe that goes flying up towards him. Let's see, what is he going to do? Yep, Eloise, you're still the closest one to him. He is running out from the darkness towards you, and he is making 2 attacks with his longsword. First is a 23,
Yeah.
so 7 points of damage. Second is an 18,
Yeah.
for 5 more points of damage.
Don't be so dejected.
So 12 points of damage total.
Lord.
He's had his eye on you since you popped up there, Eloise.
Mm-hmm.
That's it for his turn. Apollyon, you're up next.
All right. Well, first one I can see is way over there. So let's see how far I can go. Can I see the woman that ran away? Is she outside of my vision?
From where you are, she's way outside your vision.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna come down here and throw. Throw a javelin at this guy.
Okay? You throw the javelin at the orc shaman. Go ahead.
And I want to attack recklessly.
Isn't that for melee? Oh, no, it's
No,
not.
that's rage.
It's any attack.
Yeah. So you do have advantage on this attack.
15.
15 is going to hit.
What up now, bitch?
6 points of damage.
6 piercing.
Anything else you do on your turn?
Yeah, I don't think I get the bonus damage, right?
Which I thought you did. Hold on a second.
Well, you should get the rage, shouldn't you?
It says melee weapon attack. Use
Oh,
my strength.
then, yeah, I would say.
Yeah,
no.
it is melee.
Okay.
You have multiple
Give
attacks,
multiple-
or is that only when you melee?
Oh, yeah, I can attack again. So
Yeah,
I'll throw
you
another
do
javelin
have a
attack.
second throw you can do.
Yeah, it's just I couldn't get close enough to do a melee attack.
And
Oops.
20 is going to...
No, it's not
Well,
supposed to be.
even a 17 is going to hit. You're still fine.
Yeah, it's still at advantage.
9.
No, it's just the first attack, Veil. But 9 points of damage.
Alright. Down to only 1 javelin again.
No, remember I gave you the 5 we found
He
back.
just got 5 new ones.
Oh, it's 5? I thought you said 3. Okay, I still have.
There were 2 guys with javelins.
Okay, I just put the wrong number then. Sweet, I still have some.
Okay,
And
that's
yeah,
it
my
for
turn's
Apollyon.
over after that.
Jareth, your turn's up next.
Alright, I'm going to, or he is going to swoop down and distract, let's see, I don't even, maybe you can't make it. Oh yeah, you can. This guy in the tree right here, he'll flutter, throw a branch at his face.
I dig it. So next person to attack that guy has advantage. That's it for Jareth. Next we come to the shaman that's just been attacked by Apollyon. Yeah, she's casting another guiding bolt at you. And that's a 14, so that's a miss.
Sorry, bitch.
From there, she is running for her life.
Baby, hurt me.
And that's it for her. The pink-skinned woman who had fled the battle, her turn is up, and she is just doing a full movement, double dash, continuing to run away. Nobody can see her in the darkness at this point, just so you know. Eloise, your turn is up next.
I'm going to shift so that there's absolutely no chance of me hitting Jareth. And I need Mr. Dragonborn to make a con save.
Okay, so you're shifting where?
I just moved
Right in front of
one over, yeah.
Oh, okay, you're still
Within
staying.
melee.
Gotcha.
Yep.
And you need him to make a what?
Con save.
That's a 4.
So that's gonna be 3d6 cold damage.
Ooh!
3d.
Could she potentially say it's almost in line with the other guy? Like because I mean, we can't be on a half square.
God damn it! Of course, 2-1.
So 5
that to
points
him
of
as well.
damage. What's that? Blood?
Could she potentially say like it's a 30-foot line, like to include? Because I mean, she can't like park on a half line and shoot at him.
Well,
Could
it's
she
a
have angled her?
15-foot cone.
I thought it was for 30 feet. I guess
yeah.
that's Apollyon's that goes 30.
Yep.
Mine's a 30 by 5 line. Hers is a 50.
Yeah, okay. Hers is different. Never mind. If she had the distance, it would have been better. But
Yeah, I'd entertain it, but no, it's a 15-foot cone. But he does take the 5 points of damage. You doing anything else, Eloise?
I don't think I can unless I just move one more space right here.
Yeah,
Oh! Okay, never mind.
what's that?
Yeah. Trying to figure out if I could use my quarterstaff as a bonus action, but I don't think so. All good. I'm
Okay.
done.
Okay. Well, the hobgoblin is moving down 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 towards you, Eloise. That's the only one it can see.
God damn it.
It does have martial advantage, which says that once per turn, the hobgoblin can deal an extra 3d6 damage to a creature it hits with a weapon if the creature is within 5 feet of the hobgoblin. It is making its attacks on you, Eloise, with its greatsword.
If it's within 5 feet of an ally hobgoblin, are there? I mean, I can't see anything. Are there other hobgoblins around?
It's an ally of the hobgoblin,
yeah,
not an
so
ally
it's just a
hobgoblin.
friend.
So, and the dragonborn is within 5 feet.
Okay.
So it's making its first attack on you, Eloise, with its greatsword. And that's a 9, which misses. And the second attack is an 8, which also misses.
Thank God, because that would have killed me.
Okay. Liam, your turn's up next.
Alright, doing my best to follow this line of lights. I'm going to run parallel to them. And I can't see, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And all of a sudden I can see somebody. So that was lucky.
As you come running through
Jesus
along the
Christ.
lights, you stop and you see there's a hobgoblin and the dragonborn.
You know,
Oh,
go running.
great. Okay. One attack to each, please.
The one to the Dragonborn has advantage.
One to the Dragonborn has advantage. Okay.
Yes, the one to the Dragonborn does have
so-
advantage. You did hit it with a 28. Go ahead and see if you made a critical hit on it. Make one more.
Sure.
You did not.
No
However,
critical hit, but
both
everything
hit.
hits. Okay. Some damage real quick.
So 10 to the Dragonborn and 7 to the Hobgoblin.
It's done.
Alright. And using my last 2 key points, I'd like to try and stun
1 point left.
each of them.
Wow. Okay, so each of them needs to make a what saving throw?
I think it's a con.
Yeah, I found it. Hang on.
I feel like it's a con, but
It should be.
Yeah, I think it's a con.
yep, con saving throw. Okay, the Dragonborn
Okay,
goes
so each
first.
one of them needs to make one.
That's a 12, so the Dragonborn fails, and the
No.
Hobgoblin succeeds.
Okay. Can you click on which one is the Dragonborn?
That one there, the one that just
Alright,
got the little lightning
so
bolts.
that one, I would like to use my bonus action to unarmed strike it. And I'm in a head button mode, so this is another damn headbutt. Actually, that's with advantage, so let me do that again. Does 17 hit?
Hold on 1 second.
I didn't hear.
Give me 1 second.
He said 1 second.
He said give me a
okay.
second, yeah.
So, unfortunately, no. On with a 16 and a 17, you punch the Dragonborn, and your fist clangs against its heavy armor. It's currently wearing plate armor. However, a 17 does not hit.
Alright, well, that guy is still stunned, and everybody gets advantage on attacks against him until my next turn.
Indeed they do. Indeed they do. Okay, Blood, you're up next.
Would it be a bonus or an action to dip my arrows in the dragon's poison?
I'm
Bolts.
gonna say normally when with a poison you use it to dip so many arrows. I'm
Like
going to
2 or
say
3, I think is what we were
yeah,
saying.
I'm pretty sure it's 2 arrows per poison. I'm gonna say that I will allow for a bonus action 1 single bolt to be dipped in poison.
Yeah, well then, we're gonna do that, and we're gonna go for him. And it was the poison you gave me. If I hit, it's gonna be a DC 14, or it's 46 on the damage. So let me fire at him.
And you're shooting that at the Dragonborn.
Yeah.
And what's the
It's
what's the
gonna
save?
be a 14 con.
A
if I
14
hit,
con. Okay.
And it's 46 on the damage, and I guess it'll be half damage
Yes.
if he saves.
Okay, so go ahead and roll to hit.
We're gonna
23
23.
definitely hits.
yeah.
It rolled a nat critical on his con save, so he did save on the con save. Wow.
Here's the regular damage, and then I'll roll the 4. What did I say? It was 46 or
Yeah,
46?
46.
46. Let me roll that real quick.
So that's 20 points of damage on the Dragonborn,
Plus another 5.
plus
You rolled
another 5.
4d4.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Yep, go ahead and redo that. 46.
Another 7.
So 7 more points of damage as the poison from the dragon seeps into this Dragonborn. That's a good hit.
Alright, and then we are going to, let's see, I think 30. Yeah, 30 will get me into that one. So we're moving to this one. So I can get in the middle of the field, and that's me.
Okay, that's it for you. Veil, you're up next.
All right. He's going to try to toll the dead the hobgoblin, just because he wants to eliminate that threat while the other guy's subdued.
Absolutely. And that's a wisdom saving throw. Yeah, that's a failure with a 3. So 14 points of damage is more than enough to kill the hobgoblin that was just barely hanging on with 1 hit point.
Fucking Veil mopping him up.
You guys are setting me up for these nice spikes.
And the last guy there, everybody gets advantage on attacks on this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, Veil, do you have? Are you going to do anything else? Movement or anything?
Yes, I'm going to move my dancing lights to cover the shaman down here, surround him.
Something like that. Do you want any of the others moved?
Yeah, I mean they all have to be within 20 feet of each other, so I just make it so he can't really go. I guess for using your term sake of brevity, we'll make it so spread it out enough where wherever he runs, he'll still be illuminated, unless he's dashing. You don't necessarily have to place him. I guess we could just do that.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave him there for the moment.
Yeah.
So for the moment, he's able to be seen. Okay, that's the veteran's turn.
He's stunned. He doesn't get a turn.
Yeah, he can't save or anything like that. It's just it. So Apollyon, you're up next.
All right. I see this guy down here. I'm gonna run off towards him and hit him with my scimitar this time. I'm gonna reckless attack again also.
I like it. Definitely gonna hit.
And hit him with that second attack if he's not already dead.
Still alive. Unfortunately, a 12 is not gonna hit.
Isn't that advantage since you're reckless?
It's only the first attack.
It's only the first attack. I will hit him one more time with my bonus action attack.
Absolutely. Bonus action with the scimitar speed.
Oh,
A 23 will hit.
Just one.
Well, 23 should hit.
Yep, 23 hits. No problem. $11 more points of damage, and as you slice through this orc who's running away from you, let's see. Oh, wait a minute. You did not add your rage, so that should be...
Rage.
So 15 points of damage total, which is enough to cleave the head off of this orc that's been fleeing from you. As you slice the head off, the bolt of electric energy goes slicing through the air, getting a little bit of that ozone into your nostrils.
Get some, jabroni!
Now the question is, are we thankful enough to keep this one alive?
Okay, Jareth, your turn's next.
Jareth's gonna just do kind of a big, wide circle around the battlefield, see if he sees anything that we need to be concerned about.
Okay. What is his full movement? Action, bonus action, action and movement, whatever.
He's got a 60 feet of speed.
Okay, so on his turn, he begins to fly up into the air at 120 feet total of movement. No problem. Okay, we're at Eloise's turn.
Since the Dragonborn is so close to me, can I see whether he has a tail or not?
He does not have a tail.
Fucking lowbrow
Yeah, that depends on who you ask.
I know.
I'm hitting him with poison spray. I need him to make a con save.
Okay, poison spray. And that's a 13, so that he does not succeed, and takes 14 more points of poison damage.
And then in Draconic, I'm gonna say, why are all Dragonborns such scum?
He could move. He would talk back.
It's more of a rhetorical question anyways.
And that's it for Eloise's turn. Liam, you're up next.
Alright. Let me click. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. I'm sorry. I was trying to scroll up. Let me click advantage. Because all these attacks are going to be at advantage. Adam Longsword, finish him off!
Yeah, both hit.
That's got it, yeah.
So, yeah, definitely more than enough to take this guy out. So, Liam, how does this look?
Alright, this first one, after hearing her distaste for Dragonborn, cuts off his tail. And the second one...
He didn't have a tail.
Just spinning
He
attack.
has no tail.
Well, it would have. Well, it cuts part of his ass off then. Then the other strike is just a spinning attack that decapitates his head.
And as you cut its head off, it goes flying through the air and lands in the ground.
Perfect.
And with that, the last of the enemies in the immediate area are defeated. You stand there in the rain, in the darkened night, and you do see your horses, you do see your cart.
At this point, I take a knee and I'm propping myself up purely by my longsword.
I step over to Liam and I hug him, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
How many spell slots you got left, Eloise?
Apollion's got a potion for you. He was...
Save the potion for later. We'll be fine.
That's 13 healing for you, Liam. Eloise, how many spell slots you got left?
That's probably
What?
good.
How many spell slots do you have left?
Do I have left?
Yes.
I've got 1 level 1 spell slot left.
Okay, just curious.
Vale's gonna walk over to where
I very
Eloise.
purposefully only used cantrips the whole fight.
Vale's gonna walk over where Eloise and Liam are, and he's going to pull out what looks like a handkerchief and lean towards Liam, and as if to wipe blood off or something. But then he just opens it up. It's the portable hole, and he scoops up the 2 bodies next to him and walks away.
All right.
Get out of the way. There you go.
We'll get this one over here. This
Okay,
guy.
Vale, go ahead
The guy
and
that I just killed.
put in your portable hole, so I can remember that you have a Dragonborn veteran and
A headless Dragonborn veteran.
Hobgoblin veteran currently in your portable hole, so we
Put the
can
head
remember
in.
zombies later.
Can I start searching these bodies for stuff?
Well, you can't do the 2 that just disappeared into a portable hole.
I would like to feed the horses while everybody's searching bodies.
I'll
Yep.
search these 2 that are near me.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna search the one I just killed too.
Go
Once
ahead.
you guys are done
each of
searching,
you.
let me know, and I'm going to put the bodies in the portable hole. I need 6.
It 22. It wasn't popping up at first, so that's to search the 2 that are near me.
Okay.
These 2 over here.
On the woman with the dark hair that's right next to you, blood, you find a light crossbow and 20 crossbow bolts, 2 daggers, She's wearing leather armor. She has 10 gold pieces on her, and a small golden statue of what appears to be a tree.
Ooh.
On the orc next to you, you find a bright shiny scimitar and 2 darts, as well as 15 gold pieces.
And do I recognize either one of them from the camp?
The woman laying there on the ground next to you, as you're searching her over, go ahead. Would that be a perception check?
I mean, with the 22 investigation while I'm
Well,
stripping.
yeah,
her
the
body
investigation was you look. Yeah, you know what? I'll just go ahead and say yes. The woman that you're seeing laying on the ground, you do remember her, was the woman with the small gazer companion that had been in the tent with Grovgar.
It's her bitch. That's his bitch. She was the one that was going to take us. I recognize that name. So it's not the one that escaped. Yeah, we're taking her with us.
So mark down in your stuff that the light crossbow that you took is Volic, V-O-L-I-C, Volic's crossbow. Just so I can remember it later.
Just for the record, Matt, I've never been breathing so hard in a fictional scenario in my entire life.
Well, good. Good.
Yeah,
Well-
it's not great when you're close to death. Imagine if he had left you on a cliffhanger for a week.
Yeah, that's right. She was. Well, let's get moving. I'm gonna drag her and toss her up into the cart, and then we're gonna hook up horses, and we're gonna get the fuck out of here as soon as we can. What did Apollyon find anything on his body?
What did I find on this guy?
17.
Yeah, I've been hooking up the horses.
Let's see.
I hate to bring this up, but if we are to move out tonight, I'm pretty sure everybody will be taking a point of exhaustion.
Okay.
Yeah, we're set up camp at the
Apollyon, you
cart.
find a odd-looking stick of wood about a foot long that's kind of jagged and pointy looking, and you also find 20 gold pieces, 15 silver pieces, and a water skin that, as you sniff it, seems to be filled with a very potent wine.
No weapons or anything?
No weapons of any kind.
She was like a cave.
Can I go collect my javelins that I threw earlier?
How many javelins did you throw?
I threw 2.
So you can get 1 javelin back.
Okay.
All right. When we were up on the mountain, what directions did we see those campfires?
You saw one directly towards, let's see, hold on.
So I guess if we're looking at this map as if north, south, east, west, with the mountain being north.
If the mountains being north, then to the southeast you saw one. You saw a second one directly west, a little ways north of the first one, and to the west of the southernmost one. So 3 in total. And I will also allow you to remember that you did see 5 individual fires out in the night when you were on the other side of the mountain. Remember when you were exploring?
Yeah.
All right, so real quick, Matt, I opened up the portable hole. I do want to search the Hobgoblin and the Dragonborn. I did a 25 investigation.
Okay, no problem. On the Dragonborn, you found a nice long sword, a short sword, and a heavy crossbow It was also wearing plate armor. Which I will allow you to keep for the zombie.
Excellent.
For the hobgoblin, he had a greatsword. He had 2 javelins. He had a total of 50 gold coins, 20 silver coins, and a single, what was the light, not the light, the lesser healing potions. So 1 lesser healing potion that he never got to use.
All right. Blood, are you keeping track of this stuff?
Well, I kept to the hobgoblins. He said there was 50 gold, 25 silver, or on this guy, this last guy.
The money I found, I just put in my pocket.
Sure. Also, the hobgoblin was also wearing plate armor. So since you just collected the whole body, I'm allowing you to keep that as well. I will remind you, Vale, that currently you have Belmon's body in your portable hole, the hobgoblin and the dragonborn bodies. You also have all of the kegs of mead and the jars of honey in there, so you have quite a bit of stuff in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna fill it to the brim.
What's the total square footage on the portable hole?
I want to say it's a 6-foot cylinder. I'll double check.
Yeah, just double check for me. I'm going to say probably you can hold maybe 2 more bodies, but if you can do the math and figure it out, you're welcome to correct me.
But we need to take her with. So that's the only one that I'm going to specify that we definitely need to take is Volek. We are taking her body with us. And I'll hide her crossbow in the handy haversack just in case anybody tries to locate the object. Hopefully they can't inside the haversack.
Alright, so it's a extra dimensional hole 10 feet deep.
Okay.
6 feet in diameter, 10 feet deep. It holds a lot.
Yeah, it holds more than I was thinking it did. So yeah, you could probably collect all the bodies
Yeah, well,
if you
then
really
toss
wanted
all
to.
the bodies in there, whatever.
I just need 6 for now.
Well,
So you could collect,
we can toss them
besides
anyway.
the dragonborn and the hobgoblin, you could collect the 2 orcs and a kobold, if you're not going to be throwing the body of Volek into the hole.
Well, she's going with us, but she doesn't need to go in the bag. She can go
Wait,
in the cart.
so what's the reason for that?
Her? Because she is Grovajar's. She's one of Grovajar's like lieutenants. She's one of his people.
Yeah, she's dead though.
Yeah, but I guess we're gonna be able to find somebody that can do speak with dead, unless you can.
Not right now, but
She's got some questions.
don't worry, I'll keep her around. The reason why I didn't go after with a spell the one that got away is because I counted enough here for my collection.
Well, the Dragonborn doesn't have a head. His head got lopped off by Lee.
It doesn't matter. I just need a pile
Yeah,
of bones.
he can collect it.
Doesn't
He can
need
collect
me.
the head. You're fine.
Am I supposed to apologize for my decapitations? What the hell?
No,
Never.
I didn't know if he could use it without a head, but he says he just needs
Yeah,
bones.
I just need the correct amount of bones for it. So.
Well, then we'll keep the gazer too to turn in. So maybe we can sell that thing for parts. You know, whatever that weird person.
Magic users.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
weird person might like it.
Okay. Well, you can certainly collect all those bodies if you want. Go ahead and notate all of those into the portable hole, please, Vale, because you're the one that has to manage that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey Matt, while we're not in immediate combat, should I roll something for my my beer cart that's traveling?
Yes, we have not done that yet. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up that handout real quick.
While you're pulling that up, I will suggest to everybody, while we were up on the mountain, we saw to the southeast of us.
Now, did I give you a sheet for them at all, or am I just having you roll?
I did not get a sheet for
Okay.
their characters.
Then I'm
no.
just having you do basic D20 rolls for me.
Okay.
It's been
just a few days.
I'm going to give you 3 days.
Since you looked at me.
Yep, it's been 3 days since you sent them out to Weston, without a doubt. Anyway,
wow, damn.
Go ahead and give me 3 D20 rolls, please, Liam.
Oh no, Doom into.
Oh shit.
That's bad.
That's about as bad as you can do.
Sorry,
oh my
I'm.
God.
I mean, technically, you can do worse.
Wow.
Technically.
Yeah, technically you can. But
Okay, so day 1 you rolled a 3.
I rolled so good, I'm brewing those beers.
Day 1 you rolled a 3. Day 2 you rolled a 4, and day 3 you rolled a 3.
Maybe they just ran into issues like bad wheels and shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to brew brand new beers. Damn it, that's gonna take forever to get my beer. Tom and Jerry, you suck.
Well, you have no idea what happened.
No, you're right. I'm not upset in character.
But yes, in person you absolutely can be.
Matt,
Okay.
real quick.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have a hobgoblin with plate armor, dragonborn with plate armor, a kobold, and an orc shaman. What are the other two?
The gazer and the woman, but
No, not the gazer.
You have an orc in studded leather armor.
oh yeah, that's right.
You have a kobold in leather armor. And you have an orc in hide armor.
Yeah, I'm missing one.
And I'm just standing with the horses and going like, I just had the worst few days of my life. I hope you guys have been okay out here. I hope nobody bothered you. And I'm unhobbling them. and I'm hitching them up to the cart.
Go ahead and make a handle animals check for me.
Okay.
Animal handling, whatever it's called now.
Ooh.
Okay. And as you're unhobbling these animals and talking to them, one of them kind of comes over and nuzzles you a little bit on the side of the face. Eloise, just kind of rubbing its face against yours. You feel that soft fur nose against your hard scales. Kind of nice.
I figured I was working with the animals too.
Yeah, and you're working with your own.
Tears just roll out, and I hug them.
Spend the next 10-15 minutes probably doing this and gathering up all your bodies. You guys have anything else you want to do before we
bring it back up to Vale as well?
What's that, Apollyon? Say that again.
I pick up the body that's near me and I bring it back up to Vale as well.
Yeah, and he collected all that.
I graciously accept your gift.
Yeah, you just drag him by 1 foot. God no, Laura!
I will suggest to everybody, it's like as soon as we're ready to go, I think we need to head northeast for about 30 minutes to get away from this mountain.
We need to set up camp.
Yeah, we need to get away from the mountains somewhere, because when we're up the mountain, we know from where we are, southeast to the southwest and to the west. Now, there were other fires on the other side of the mountain too, but right now we can't worry about it. We need to start moving away.
Hey Liam, do you remember which way back to Weston?
Wait, absolutely. It'd be easier if it was daytime. I'm not very much used in the dark.
I remember the way too.
If we have an extra 10 minutes, I can cast Guiding Hand. I can ritually cast Guiding Hand again. I can't guarantee it'll keep us away from the other fires, though.
I'd say maybe we just need
Yeah,
to get
all I
away
can,
from-
all my ability allows me to do is backtrack areas that I've been through, so I can't track a new path.
Well,
Yeah, same. Mine says I can remember any path that I've traveled on.
what direction would they have been?
Taking my shit.
Okay, but anyway, you guys do unhobble your horses and hitch your horses up to your cart. You do have Belmont's horse there as well, I will remind you. But you do have 3 available horses and 2 to take the wagon. And as you guys are getting yourselves kind of occupied and situated, who's taking the cart?
I can, I suppose.
I'll be.
Shotgun.
I got my horse.
Oh, also, don't forget to take the flyer off of Belmont.
We can do that. I
So-
guess while he was putting.
Oh,
bodies
wait,
in.
okay, Apollyon, if you want to, I mean, we can do that tomorrow. Never mind.
So
I'm
Apollyon,
not sure if you understand the whole flyer scenario, but I've seen areas where they just post the exact same flyer, like 5 down and 50 across. Maybe just find a wall and post them all right there. You know, he didn't have too many specifications on your contract.
I'll grab one and I'll paste it onto the tree next to the cart.
well, you guys,
That's right, one at a time. They'll be taken down.
you guys all gather up. Apollyon, it looks like, taking the reins of the wagon. Eloise,
I'm gonna
you have
tie Belmont's horse to the back of the cart so that it follows.
okay.
And then
I am 100% down for taking a point of exhaustion if it gets us out of this area a little faster, honestly.
Well, I mean, if we even just go 30 minutes, we could still, get a rest in.
Well, I was going to say, as you guys are getting yourselves situated and organized and talking about where you're going to go, you all hear in the distance a very loud, piercing sound.
One blast, Rangers returning.
Followed by 2 more sounds coming in from the north and from the west. And that's where we're going to leave things for tonight. So,
Oh my god.
thank you everybody for watching this evening. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Come and watch us again next week, Monday, 7 p.m. here on twitch.tv/Random Rhapsody. From everyone playing tonight, I am Matthew Dawson, aka Scruffy Wanderer on Twitter. Like and follow us, and I hope to see you again next week. So thanks for watching. Have a good evening.